Proluxe is an intuitive professional grade system. And why we say it's intuitive is it really uses intuitive technology to help find whatever damage your hair has and help repair that damage. So it doesn't matter if the damage is from styling or coloring or straightening or heating or damage from environmental factors like sunlight and chemicals and pollution, or if the damage is simply from aging. It is going to help find that damage and repair it. It's going to help with damaged texture, decreased strand size, loss of strength, loss of shine, loss of volume, all of those things that happen over time. Because with Proluxe, it's truly time to love your hair again, right? We all want to love our hair again. Like, let's be honest, the first thing people see when they see us, in addition to our skin, is our hair. So it's great that every day is a great hair day, right? That's what we all want. So this system helps give you radiance, fullness, bounce, smoothness, softness, and even help improve the brightness of your color. It's also going to reduce your gray hair production working at the hair follicle. It's going to rebalance your scalp health. Now, this is really key. This is one of the big things that sets this entire system apart. Is it doesn't just focus on the hair you already have, it focuses on the scalp, which we know if we can create an ideal environment in the scalp, that's what's going to transform the hair follicle. And then, over time, you're going to get better and better hair because you're going to be working, yes, on the hair you already have, but even beyond that, you're going to be able to transform your scalp to be rebalanced and healthy and allow that to produce beautiful full hair. And this is also what's going to help you rebalance in terms of not having too oily of a scalp or not having too dry of a scalp. It's going to help balance those things. It's also going to help you reduce your drying and styling time. And so that's always a big plus, right? We're always in the business of helping to condense the time that it takes, as well as condense the amount of products needed. This product also works ideally for all hair types, which is great, which is thick hair, coarse hair, thin hair, oily hair, dry hair. No matter what kind of hair you have, then it's going to really work towards that. It's also safe for color treated hair. So that's something important because many of us spend a lot of time working on our hair and we want that color to be beautiful. I'm gonna stop real quickly. Oscar, I see a ton of Latin America brand partners raising their hand. Is there anything you need to let them know about the translations before we continue? I just see tons of raised hands. So jump in here real quick, Oscar, if you need to give any instructions on the translation. No? We're good? Okay. Okay, if you can go ahead and turn the raised hand off, Mon. Thank you. Okay, so the great thing about this system too is that it has none of the things that you don't want in it, but all of the groundbreaking effective ingredients that you do. So it's vegan, cruelty-free, it's safe for all kinds of skin and hair types, it's dermatologist tested, it's DEA-free, gluten-free, it is safe to use on color. It's non-GMO, paraben-free, phthalate-free, silicone-free, SLS and SLES-free. So like I mentioned, it's combining the best of both worlds. So instead of having to choose between a clean formula that doesn't really have a ton of results as well against a chemical-based formula, this is really the best of both worlds. So in our independent consumer trial, this is done independent of us at a university, so we have nothing to do with it, we just get the results. 88% of people had healthier hair, 80% had smoother hair, 84% had softer hair, and 79% had rejuvenated hair. So you can see people want healthy, smooth, soft, rejuvenated hair, right? That's things that all of us want out of our products. So these are really amazing stats in terms of clinical results. Now, one thing is important to remember is that this is built as a system. So while the individual products for sure work well independently, they work best as a system. So you can see here with hair texture, we compare people who just use the shampoo conditioner versus those that use the whole system. So those that use the full system, they rated 14% higher in terms of rating for their hair texture at the end of the treatment, because these 4 products are meant to work synergistically together. So your customers, your clients, they're going to get better results by using the full system instead of using just, one of the products or just the shampoo and conditioner. Same thing with general hair health, right? It went from 71% to 88%. It jumped 17%. So when somebody says, oh, I just want their shampoo, it's important for us as people who know more about the product line to share why they would want to use the system. They're going to get 17% better results by using the system. And that's what we want, right? We are in the business of giving people the real results that they're looking for. We are in the business of helping people get the most fabulous hair that they want. So this product has a couple of ingredients that really work together. These 3 ingredients are key ingredients in both the shampoo, conditioner, and mask. So you're getting these ingredients reinforced at every step of the way. So the Intuitress Complex, this is a blend of peptides, biotree extract, sea buckthorn oil. Those are all blended together, and this is a proprietary blend. This Intuitress Complex is something you're not going to find in any other hair care product except in Miura. And it's going to really help with the maintenance and manageability of your hair, just making it easier to manage. It's also going to strengthen your hair, and it's going to help with any damage recovery. Then we have this amino acid blend. Amino acids are proteins that help with moisturizing your hair, help strengthen your hair. They're going to help with that color protection, keeping that color locked in, and repairing surface damage. And then they're all going to have coconut oil. Coconut oil helps remove sebum buildup from the hair follicles. When you have that buildup on your hair follicles and you don't remove it through proper care, then you're going to have a lot of issues at the scalp, and you're going to be producing hair that just isn't in its best form. So it helps remove that buildup as well as make your hair soft and smooth. So these 3 key ingredients are in all of our 3 kind of core products, the shampoo, conditioner, and mask. Now, how these products work together. The rebalancing shampoo and conditioner, these are, kind of your daily or however often you're washing your hair products that are going to keep that rebalancing system going. Again, we're focusing on the health of the scalp. Especially with the shampoo, you want to focus your efforts on getting that shampoo into your scalp, because that's what's going to really be rebalancing. Especially if you have thinner hair, you're not going to need a lot of shampoo. You might not even need to put any on your ends. You can just let it wash through in your hair. What's different from Proluxe to maybe a drugstore brand is this is really concentrated. A little bit goes a long way. So you don't need gobs and gobs of it to be effective, because it's very concentrated, very pure. And because it's sulfate free, you're not going to get a huge amount of lather. So we've been trained to expect this big lather in our hair, but what that's really doing is drying and stripping our hair. It's actually not great for our hair. So having a sulfate free shampoo, it's not going to get that huge lather, but if you massage it onto your scalp, and then you add a little water, that's going to help emulsify it, and then you're going to just really focus on the scalp. It's going to clean that impurities. It's going to help strengthen your hair and overall have that rebalance system. And that kind of works in tandem with the daily conditioner. This daily conditioner, it's going to nourish your hair, hydrate your hair, even works for fine, fragile, brittle hair to not over moisturize it or under moisturize it. It strengthens the shaft of your hair, so it helps reinforce healthy hair all the way to the ends, and it helps oily and dry scalps balance to the right level of moisturization. So that's really important, because sometimes our oil production is off balance, and once we get it to the right level, that's going to help our hair be healthier. Now there's an acclimation period, as there is with any product, right? Because you're truly detoxing your scalp, right? Just like our night cream detoxes our skin, your scalp is going to be detoxing as well. So this is really a fabulous kind of daily system to do just that. Now, since our pre-launch, when we gotten feedback specifically on the conditioner, we have made the density of that conditioner thinner, a little bit thinner, so it's not as thick, which means it's easier to squeeze out of the tube. So if you store them upside down, that helps, and then because it's going to be less thick, it's going to come out of the bottle easier. Then we have our once a week treatment. This is going to really repair, this is the part of the system that's really going to be repairing damage. It's going to give you immediate results. This is something you use it once and you truly do see that impact. And the cumulative results get better and better over time. It's going to be helping repair damage, improving color retention. I really see this as a natural alternative to a keratin treatment. So you might have heard of a Brazilian blowout or a keratin treatment, and that comes with a lot of chemicals that just aren't really great for you. So this is a more natural approach and something you can do from the comfort of your own home. Now this is a consumer study we did with just the hair mask. This is not using any other part of the system, just the hair mask, and just used one time. So you can see the immediate improvement in just the color, the vibrancy, the damage, and using this on a weekly basis is really going to help your hair health. And again, you don't want to put too much. This is highly concentrated. So a little bit does go a long way, and you can play with how much you personally need. And then we have kind of our secret sauce, our Proluxe scalp treatment. This is truly something you can't get anywhere else. It's a state-of-the-art daily leave-in treatment that helps you have stronger, thicker, younger looking hair, as well as restoring the natural hair pigment. It penetrates deep into the scalp to target the hair follicle, and while it's doing that, it's going to help combat white hair. So basically, it's helping prevent the oxidization that happens at the hair follicle, which is what gives you that gray hair, the oxidization of the melanin. So by doing that, it's just a natural way to help you have your more natural hair color. It's also going to give skin renewal, help get that natural exfoliation that we're looking for, as well as help the hair appear thicker, fuller, and have more volume. So this is an important part of the claims, right? This is not a drug, so we can't say that this grows hair, but we can say that it helps hair be thicker, fuller, have more volume, right? All of those are approved claims. So that's a great distinction just to know. It's not growing hair, it's helping hair appear thicker, fuller, and have more volume. So like I talked about, it all starts with the root system. If you look here at the tree, if it has a healthy root system, you're going to have the fruits of that, which is this luscious tree. And if you don't have healthy roots, then you're going to have this kind of dry, brittle tree. And what happens is people are having this dry, brittle hair that's on the screen, and they're just focused on the hair that's already there. But by focusing only on your hair that's already there, you're only really addressing hair that's already damaged. You're not fixing the cause. And all of our Neura products, right, we want to not only address the current signs of aging and damage, but we also want to help have a product that's going to work towards the cause of that as well. So here are the ingredients that work towards this. So we have, of course, our IntelliGray ingredient. So this is a powerful blend of antioxidants that are going to help with reducing the amount of gray hair. And this is an ingredient, the IntelliGray, it's trademarked to Neura. You're not going to find it in any other product. This also has turmeric. Turmeric is a really natural way. It has signaling peptides and growth factors that help make the hair appear thick. So this is a really natural way to have fuller, thicker hair. We also have the celery seed extract, which helps balance it, and then Pro Renew Plus, which I love because, again, this is our same exclusive probiotic, prebiotic blend. Just like we need to balance, skin microbiome, we balance our scalp microbiome with that ingredient. So this is a clinical trial using just that turmeric ingredient I was talking about. This is the ingredient that makes your hair fuller and thicker. And this clinical trial was done using just the turmeric at the levels that we have in our product. So you can see just the amazing results that have. So there's a lot of clinical information on this product. We have our own independent consumer study we did on all the products together. We have a consumer panel we did on just the hair mask. We have the clinical trial of just the turmeric ingredient. So all of this different information to find the best intuitive system. These are some real results from our own brand partners, right? These are amazing. You can see here at the top the reduction in gray, just that vibrancy. See here where there's just kind of thinner hair in that area, that it's fuller, manageability with hair that's coarse or curly or damaged. We also see here some great pictures on the top of just fuller hair, Down at the bottom here, that is what I would call a natural keratin treatment, right? Using the mask, you see the dull and the damage, making it then brighter, as well as working with curly hair to have that nice bounce and that nice fullness. And then this last slide has, two pictures on the top where you see it working on both the fullness as well as the gray. And then on the bottom here, you see a great improvement in just the overall manageability of the hair, the smoothness, the softness, just overall the whole picture of your hair together. So we are really, really excited to start this rollout of this system. I know many of you have gotten the opportunity to try it, and many of you have not yet gotten the opportunity to try it. And so we're really excited to start this rollout. It's going to be a phased rollout, and like I mentioned, with the coronavirus and all of that was happening, we got some inventory in already, and then we have some inventory coming in the middle of May. And there's just been, delays because of the many, many moving variables that comes along with that. But what we do have available starting tonight is a pre-sale pack for our brand partners. So this is for our US and Canada brand partners. And I'm super excited about this because it has a lot of great goodies in it. So in this pre-sale pack, it comes with 2 sets of each product, so 2 shampoos, 2 conditioners, 2 masks, 2 scalp treatments. It also comes with some tools to help you share the story. So you're going to get a 10-pack of our brand new hair care samples that'll be available later this month. So these are part of our Go Prospect system, as well as you can just hand them out, where it has a sample of the shampoo, conditioner, and the mask. You also have 10 of our product brochures that have all the products in them, plus these hair care products, handout cards, as well as a fun little scalp massager that's Proluxe branded. It's a really nice quality too. And this is to help you get used to focusing on the scalp, right? When you use the products, you can use your little scalp massager and really get in there and clean that scalp. It also has these super fun little Proluxe branded hair ties. These are the only way, like the scalp massager and the Proluxe hair ties, these aren't things that we're going to be able to sell, so it's exclusive to this pack. It also comes with 300 in trip volume for an exciting trip I'm about to announce, but this comes with 300 in trip volume for those that want to purchase it. So here's just a closer look at some of, the cute little hair ties, the sample pack, the handout cards, the scalp massager. These are all brand new items that we're first exclusively selling through this pack. So this is all that it includes. I just went over all of these things, and you get 2 of the hair ties, which I think are going to be such a cute gift to do with your parties, right? If you do a party and you can give it away as a gift. So the price is $325 in the US, $385 in Canada, and it has the 300 in trip volume. And due to the limited quantities, we are limiting it to 1 brand partner, and that's simply because we want every brand partner to be able to get one and be able to participate in this. So this is going to be going live here after this, or in probably about an hour. The team's going to be working on making this live, so we wanted to get you that information. Also, the team is going to be putting live a lot of assets, like the video I just showed you. Down here we have Instagram stories, we have before and after pictures, we have graphics, all of those different things that you can use to help build your business is going to be loading up into Go Prospect. So those are going to be great things to kind of tease and get people excited for the launch. So let me go over with you the rollout plan. So phase 1 is brand partners can purchase the Proluxe launch pre-sale pack starting today, which is awesome. And this is going to start, this goes for sale today, and then the pre-sale packs start shipping on May 11th. And Mon, is there any way to turn off the raising your hand feature altogether? No, there's not. Okay. If people could stop raising their hand, I literally can't see the slide because so many people are raising their hand and it just covers my entire slide. So if you could not raise your hand, that would be great. So brand partners can purchase the Proluxe launch pre-sale pack on May 1st. and it's going to start shipping May 11th in the US, and in Canada it'll start shipping the week of May 11th. So for US, your pre-sale pack will start shipping on May 11th. For Canada, it'll start shipping the week of May 11th. Just to note, the sample cards will ship separately later in the month. So the sample cards will ship later in the month, and the first 7 orders will include the scalp treatment in the initial shipment, and the remaining will ship separately later in the month. And that's just because of the timing of the inventory. So we will ship you everything else if you're after that first 700, and we'll then send you the sample cards and the scalp treatment later in the month. Then phase 2 is the Proluxe system is going to go for sale in the US and Canada to existing preferred customers and brand partners on May 15th. And then the full launch of the system with the individual items will go for sale in June. So that'll be phase 3. So those are the 3 phases. So for right now, we have our pre-sale pack, right? And we can take part of that. Then we're gearing up for phase 2 in the US and Canada, which is having the sale in May 15th. So one thing to keep in mind is that, you know, as we're thinking of this as business builders, right, and each having your business, is we get to be excited and we get to get, you know, started with this rollout tonight. But we want to focus these next 2 weeks on really things that you have already to sell. Things like, you know, putting into use the great new brand partner promotion, putting into use the PC promotion of a PC getting a free sunscreen when they spend $150, or putting into the new brand partner promotion, because those are things that you can build with now. So from a positioning standpoint, of course, we still want to let people know that they can join with us and be a part of the launch that's happening in May 15th. But I would really focus on all of the products that we have to sell. And then we will make a big focus starting on, you know, that week of May 11th going into May 15th on the hair care rollout. And so you will be able to go purchase in your back office as a brand partner. You'll log into your back office. There'll be a banner at the top, and this is going to be in a special shopping cart that'll just have the hair care products available. Also the pricing. So in terms of the system itself, when we go live on the 15th, will be, I just have the US prices here, but $140 for brand partners, $155 for preferred customers. This is the same as we had in the pre-sale. And if you were to add all these individual units up together, it'd be $168 for brand partners and $186 for PCs. So you're really getting a $28 saving as a brand partner and a $31 savings as a preferred customer by buying the set, right? Same kind of philosophy we have with like the advanced skincare set. If you were to buy all those products individually, they obviously add up more than the set. But we truly believe that the set gives the consumer the best value as well as the best results. Like I shared with you, those results increase pretty substantially just by using the system all together. So you will be able to tonight go into your back office and purchase that, limit per one, and it's at as long as supplies last. Like I mentioned, we have only so much of inventory, so once it's sold out, it is sold out. It'll be first come, first serve. So you know, definitely look for that. So we're actually going to do a fun little giveaway right now. So Monica, if you all, let me stop sharing my screen. And we're going to do a fun giveaway where 3 people are going to get the full set together. So 3 people right now are going to get all 4 products together. So we're going to have, if you pre-registered, you are in our little giveaway lineup here, and we'll get that going here in a second. So I hope you guys pre-registered. Yeah, go ahead and get it going. Hope you guys pre-register, because if you did, your name's in our awesome little wheel and your name could pop up here. 1 second. Okay. Let's see who the first lucky winner will be. So going through all these names. All right, Fiona Broomfield. Fiona Broomfield from Caroon Downs. We will reach out to you to confirm your prize. Congratulations. Our next winner. Next winner of all 4 products, Yvonne Rivero. Congratulations. We will get in touch with you to give you your prize. And then our last winner, All right, who's it going to be getting? All right, Lauren Spackman from Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Lauren. We will get in touch with you to get your prize. So awesome, awesome job, everybody. And congratulations to those winners. Okay. So we are going to go into our next segment. So all of our hairstyle panelists, if you guys could go ahead and turn on your cameras and turn on your cameras and turn on your audio. So I will introduce them each. Each of these hairstylists, they are super experienced, and they're coming to share with you why and one of you has background noise. If you maybe you don't mind muting until I call on you. Each of them have a great experience and are going to share with you really their experience with Miura, why it's different, why it's unique, and what they've learned using the system. So I'm going to introduce them one by one and then ask them some questions. So we have Beth Shapiro. She is a American and International Board Certified Hair Colorist, former natural educator and platform artist for Hotheads, Thomas & Beauty, and Thermofuse. She specializes in dimensional color and extensions. Very fancy. Thank you. Welcome, Beth. We have Autumn Klein, who is a licensed cosmetologist, master stylist, certified hair colorist with 15 years experience. Welcome, Autumn. We have Christy King. She is a 3-year salon owner, 19-year master stylist and colorist. She's certified and trained with Wella International in New York City, as well as working alongside of the top educators, including the international director and top colorist at Michelle Aponte, who was Schwarzkopf, and Roberto Cremens from Paul Mitchell. She's certified in Brazilian blowouts. Welcome, Christy King. Sorry. And then we have Kelly Shep-Oyster. She's a Beverly Hills trained hairstylist. She's been a hairstylist for 22 years. She has a celebrity clientele. She's worked in salons such as Jose Hebert on Rodeo Drive. She has also was on the Bravo TV show Blowout. Welcome, Kelly Shep-Oyster. And then we have Diane Testani. She's been a hairstylist for 39 years and owned her own salon for 34 years and is in the process of building a brand new salon. So please welcome Diane Testani. Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to get right into it. And Kelly, if you could mute yourself until I call on you, that'd be awesome. Just thank you guys. Okay, so here's what I want to know from each of you, and I'll kind of call each of you one by one, is as a professional hairstylist, right? Like this is your profession, the thing that you are, trained in, love. I want to know kind of your honest reaction when you're announced Proluxe, like what you were thinking in that moment. And then after that, what has been your experience when you use the product yourself, as well as the experience you've seen on different clients with different hair types. So I'm going to start with you, Diane. Go ahead.
Well, thank you very much for having me on. And the one thing that I did say right away when you had mentioned that, Amber, when we were speaking, was my initial reaction was, oh my gosh, coloring people's hair every 3, 4, 5 weeks is my bread and butter. So I was a little bit like, I'm going to promote a product that's going to slow down the graying process. But honestly, what I realized after using it, really, especially for me, I have a lot of more grown-up clients. They have a lot more gray. So it definitely has softened, kind of given it like a blurred effect of, instead of them having a solid demarcation of regrowth from hair coloring, it's definitely much softer. So that's one of the big ahas that I've had.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. How about you, Kelly? And unmute yourself. There you go.
Hi. Okay. Well, like Diane, when I was first hearing about Proluxe, I did get a little nervous because I thought, oh no, this has to be amazing like every other product. And that also gave me comfort because I knew that everything else was so great. So it was just like, oh, I have a lot of friends that have been using really great salon quality products forever. And I was like, okay, please be like that, because if it is, this is going to be wonderful. And after I used it, I was so excited because, I mean, it made my hair shinier. It made it fuller. It felt great. It was light because I don't have very much hair. It was very light on my hair, which I loved, but it felt nourished, different than other shampoos had before. It just felt nourished. And then I was able to take out my extensions that I've worn for about 20 years. And I haven't put, I haven't had to put them back in. So I took them out in November when I started using Proluxe, and I haven't put them back. So it's been amazing for me, and I love it, and my clients are loving it. So
awesome. Thank you. And then how about you, Autumn?
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Yes, so when I was first introduced to Proluxe, I actually was kind of put on the spot a little bit. I did not know that I was going to be actually demoing a model. So when I found out what Proluxe was, my initial reaction was, okay, I really hope that I like this because I'm going to have a hard time promoting something I don't love. And actually what ended up happening was I, in my head, have been working with a plant-based or plant-derived line for about 5 to 6 years now. So, and I liked it, but I knew what it was capable of. And so when I sampled Proluxe, I demoed it on a model. We dried her. Actually, the before and after picture that we used has circulated since November. And I was absolutely blown away. I was speechless. And they said, well, what do you think? And I'm like, what could you not think? It's amazing. Her hair felt great. And they gave me a really good model to try it on because she was color treated. She was over 50% gray, super coarse resistant hair. So what this product was capable of in just one wash absolutely amazed me. And at that point I knew like this was going to be something to run with because this was not comparable to anything else that I had ever used before.
Awesome. And then since then, when you've had your clients with different hair types try it, how has that been?
So for my clients, I've had, I would say I have a pretty wide range of color treated clients. And that really stuck out to me because longevity of color is important. And that's something that, it doesn't matter what their color looks like. They want to know how it's going to hold until you see them again. So for me, Proluxe was something that as they continued to come back, and each time they came back, I noticed their hair was feeling better and looking better, and their color looked like it had just got done, with the exception of some regrowth. So that's kind of where I knew that this really had sealed the deal all over for my clients because most all of them are, color treated.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right. How about you, Beth?
Hey, thanks for having me on. When I first found out this was coming out, I was actually hopeful and excited because everything else that has been launched has been incredible. I've loved everything. We use every single product. So I was excited about it. And what I did find was using it on myself first was important to me because I have to see what it does for my hair. My hair gets flat easily. And I was so excited I had to go live that day. And then I started using it on my clients at the back bar. And the difference I saw was incredible. Like Autumn said, they were coming back every month, and their color, the reds that I do a lot of, they weren't fading. And that's huge. There's not a lot of products out there that can do even that. But all the multiple things that it was doing for my clients, I was loving.
Awesome. Thank you. And how about you yourself, Beth? I think you were one of the before and after pictures, right? That we showed there, and that having like fuller hair kind of in that hairline, were you amazed when you took those pictures?
Honestly, I really didn't expect anything, but I thought that's where I was, my hair was the thinnest, the most. So, that's where we lose hair during menopause. So I just said, let me try to see what it does. And just at that day, I decided to take an after picture, and I was shocked. So I'm extremely excited.
Awesome. All right. And how about you, Christy?
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you. So just like Beth, I was so excited when I heard that the hair care system was coming out. Also because of all the other products that have been wonderful. I love them all. And I decided to go ahead and try it on my back bar at the same time with my clients so that I could see how it would be on different types of hair, different textures. And so as I put that on their hair at the back bar, and they loved the smell of it. But when they came back, I noticed that their hair around their hairline was stronger and healthier. And, you know, that's where I noticed it on myself too, around my hairline from having babies. And just as we age, I think that, you know, that takes away from our hair around our face. We start losing that hair there. So it has made that healthier and stronger. Along with the color, has been brighter, more beautiful, has held longer. The demarcation is definitely more faint.
Awesome. And what about your clients that have different hair types, whether it's thicker or thinner? How have
Well,
you seen that in terms of them, their usage?
Yes, definitely on the ones that have thinner, more fine hair, they noticed that it was more plump. And then the ones with thicker hair, they noticed that it smoothed out a lot easier. They did not have to put any other products in there. They were able to just blow dry their hair and get it smooth with round brush.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our next question. So, you know, we talked about, and Autumn, I'm going to ask you this one. You know, a lot of people want the effects of a Brazilian blowout or a keratin treatment, but more and more people are concerned about the chemicals related to those kinds of treatments. And so with Proluxe, how do you see that kind of hitting the sweet spot between what people are wanting, but doing it in a more natural way?
Yeah, so this is actually something that I'm really passionate about because part of what has really drawn me to our products in general is the clean aspect. So for me, I do not own the salon that I work in. I'm a stylist in someone else's salon. And, you know, I know that there is something for everybody, but I am extremely uncomfortable with keratin treatments and Brazilian blowouts because of the chemical aspect. Something that I don't know that a lot of people are aware of, but when you get a chemical treatment such as a keratin blowout, or I'm sorry, a keratin treatment or a Brazilian blowout, a lot of those contain formaldehyde. So in the aspect of distributing it to your client and performing the service, both a stylist and the client have to wear protective eyewear. And that's something for me that is really bothersome. All those chemicals blow into the air, and a lot of people like the result of it, but they don't want the chemicals. So for me, this was kind of like marrying all of our parallels together between our skincare and now the hair care in the aspect that it's extremely clean, but the performance is over the top. So this is something that not only are they going to be saving money by not having to get those expensive chemical services anymore, but now they also get the results at home that they can do without hot tools. They don't need styling tools. They literally could use our mask once a week and get the same exact result that they can from a Brazilian blowout or a keratin treatment. To add to that, something in addition that I don't think a lot of people realize is with those chemical services, it actually can straighten your hair so much that if you try to put a curl in it, it's not always possible. If you have naturally curly hair, it can almost flatten your hair so much that you don't have a nice natural curl anymore. And if you have fine hair, they're not usually recommended. Whereas Proluxe gives you all the results, but it doesn't matter if you have fine, thin hair, you can use it and you get body, you get smoothness, you get shine. If you have naturally curly hair, it literally gives the curl the perfect S-bend with no frizz, no coarse, frizzy texture. It literally just smooths out the entire hair shaft, leaving it with the same result.
Awesome. I love that too. And it's right. It's like if people have to wear protective eye gear, I'm not sure I want that in my scalp that absorbs everything. Right. So definitely something to consider. So thank you. So a couple questions that have come in from chat. is, does this work on African American hair? And the answer is yes. We actually, in our consumer trial, did a blend of African American hair, Asian hair, Hispanic hair, Caucasian hair, all hair types, because we wanted to make sure that, so the results you saw from the panel include all of those different ethnicities. And then, so that's always a great thing to know, right? So next, staying with you, Autumn, is what do you think customers are going to love about Proluxe? You know, besides, you know, their hair looking better, what are some of kind of like the side benefits in terms of whether how they're going to be able to style it or how long they can go between washes? Some of the things that you think that they're just going to think, oh, wow, this is great.
Well, one thing for certain is the reduction in drying time. That's huge. A lot of people do not dry their hair because they don't want to have to take the time to style it. It takes too long. So again, getting back to the different hair types, this is great for any hair type, even if it's coarse and thick, because the reduction in styling time is substantial. Another thing that I think is important is people love to correct damage. So, you know, as a obviously not natural blonde myself, if I were to have highlighted my hair before, I would have a lot of frizz and breakage and just, it was never shiny. Whereas with this, they get all of those results. So it's great at correcting damage for chemically treated hair that might be overprocessed or a high lift color, something like that. Again, the color retention is amazing, and the condition of the hair after it is color treated is fantastic. And then my other big one that I get as a lot of feedback from my clients, and I have about 95% of my clients, I would say, all use Proluxe now. And it is the ease at styling your hair. So a lot of times people say, I wish I could take you home with me and my hair will never look like this again. And this is something where you can't take me home with you, but you can take my products home, the same ones that I use and the same ones that I used on you, and your hair can look the same now. So people love that because it's super simple for them to do, and they don't need, you know, to buy 50 styling products, and they don't need 5 different brushes and 3 curling irons. Now they can get all the same results.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Autumn. Christy, I'm going to go to you next. What do you think customers are going to love about just their experience with Proluxe?
Well, I think they're going to love the fact, everything that Autumn said. She stole all of my answers.
That's okay. You can say them again. People have to hear it a million times.
I think that they are going to love the cut down time of getting ready, first of all, in the mornings or evenings. And I also think that the shine and the color, the same as all blondes, we get dull, and then the breakage as well. And my ultimate plan for the salon is to switch everything over and have only the Proluxe in my salon. And so I need my clients to trust me to know that it's this is going to be something for everyone. And I think that they've already given me great feedback. The ones that have used it from November already are waiting. They're anxiously waiting to get on my list and to get it in their hands. So I think that's it.
Awesome. Those are great things. All right. How about you, Kelly? What do you think customers are going to love about Proluxe?
Well, gosh, they said everything I was going to say too. Definitely being able to achieve a salon style blowout at home is really huge for people, because they always want to take us home and they want to be able to do it. And this with the you know, it cuts down on the drying time, so they're not giving up on their hair and ripping through it to get that look. They can smooth it out nice and easily. And as far as the keratin treatment that Autumn was saying with the mask, you know, that's a big deal too, because a lot of people do go specifically for that to cut down on drying time, and they don't need to do that anymore, and they don't need to sit and ingest all that either. Because there's a lot of chemicals that you're ingesting, and we all have to be especially careful right now too. So that's just another thing to get rid of. And another thing that my clients really loved, because I had them get on it too back in November, was that because it's good for every and all hair types, children, curly hair, chemically straightened hair, permed hair, color treated hair, no matter what, it's actually a tremendous value for a family because they don't have to buy all different kinds of products. And that was a huge thing that came back for me, was like, gosh, we have actually, saved money because we're not buying a different kind of shampoo and conditioner for each person in the family. So that was actually my favorite thing, because it's, a lot of times people feel like, oh gosh, I don't want to sell another thing, and this is actually saving them money. So that feedback for me was really great. So
Awesome.
What said, and then adding the incredible value for a family was one of my very favorite things.
That's awesome, because a lot of the questions we've had in the chat is like, is it okay for dry hair? Is it okay for thicker hair? Is it thin hair? And it's like, yes, yes, and yes. That's like the beauty of the intuitive system, is if you have oily scalp, it's going to help put it back to normal. If you have dry scalp, it's going to help put it back to normal. If you have too thick of hair, it's going to help it be more manageable. If you have too thin hair, it's going to help increase volume. It intuitively kind of looks at what your hair needs and helps replenish it in that way. So to all of your questions that you guys had, the answer is yes. And also you can use it for children. It's not tear free, so I would just use caution like with babies, but it is okay for children. So real quickly, Diane, I'm going to start with you. Just real quickly, how are you planning on incorporating Proluxe into your salon business? Like how would you have it on the shelf, sell it, and kind of have that transaction go?
So basically, in my new salon, I have made a larger retail area for Neura, even though I don't choose to retail it. I do have the retail price on it, just so it's there for people to see the difference between ordering it online and they can buy it from me retail, but I never sell it retail. So what I do is I use my NGB points for all of my Neura products that are on my shelf. And when somebody wants to go home with a product and they've never ordered from me before, like for the Proluxe, I use it on them. They fall in love with it. It's on my back bar and it will be on my retail area. They can go home with the product and I will sign them up as a new customer. So I keep my application forms at my front desk. I have them fill out an application form right then and there. And I do the first time ship back to myself to reimburse myself of my inventory. So that's what I plan on doing with the Proluxe. So.
Awesome. Thank you. And real quickly, Beth, how about you?
Same exact thing. I do the same exact thing in my studio, but I also plan to use it at the back bar so that everybody can enjoy what the mask really does for them.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I think the more people that experience the mask, that kind of gives them a good overview of the entire system. So that's great. Well, great. So we're going to talk just quickly about the male market, because these products are a home run for the male market. So what do you think the reaction is going to be? Diane, I'm going to start with you from the male market for this product line, and specifically, the scalp treatment.
Well, as a hairstylist, and all of us agreed on this one, you start out with a male client, they will never leave you because men don't like change. So honestly, my male clients I've had as long as I've been doing hair, almost all of them I've had since the first couple of years of starting as a stylist. And so if I say, oh, you need these products, and besides the fact nobody wants to be bald, and one of the other stylists did say that balding for men is like cellulite for women. So I love that analogy. And yes, I'm sorry, Kelly, I stole that from you, but that was perfect because that's truly what it is. And I have like 5 friends, brother-in-law and my husband, who have been using it since November, and amazing the results. And they remember to put the serum on twice a day. I've literally said to them, put it by your toothbrush, brush your teeth, put it on, brush your teeth, put it on, because that twice a day makes all the difference on that hair growth. And it's phenomenal. So as far as males go, my personal clientele is about 40% men, but they are every 3 or 4 weeks, and they all could wear a ponytail right about now. So they can't wait to get their hair cut. So
awesome. How about you, Kelly? Oh, if you unmute. Yes.
Oh, there we go. Well, I have about 95% of my clients are men, and they will do just about anything not to be bald. And that was exactly what I always say. Balding to men is like cellulite to women. So just like we go and scoop up the firm every chance we get, the men are going to love this product. All you have to say is, "Ooh, there's a little situation going on," and they will buy it.
And
I mean, it is a.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say that. Men too, I think, like once they find something they love, unlike women who kind of will like try a million different things, when they're just going to keep getting the same thing. Like they're not going to shop around for something.
It's absolutely true. And also, you know, I have a lot of clients right now that keep texting me, "Oh my gosh, look at these grays coming in. Look at these grays coming in. When is that stuff coming? When's that stuff coming?" So, you know, they want to look younger too, but they do it in a different way. Like women love it when their hair is freshly colored. Men don't. They want it to look a little more natural. So I think this product for them is really the secret sauce. I mean, there are so many great things about all of it, but the serum to me, I mean, I'll tell you in a little while about my personal experience with it, but I just, you know, boy, if you talk to them in a way like you would talk to a woman about her cellulite and how you can help her, you will be able to sell this serum, because that is the best in the whole world for it. So great.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay. So how, you know, for somebody who's maybe used previously a drugstore brand type of shampoo or conditioner or product, Beth, I'm going to start with you. How would you say, you know, how is Proluxe going to be different than that kind of experience and that kind of product?
Well, the products themselves, because they're more concentrated, they're sulfate-free, they're going to last a lot longer than something from CVS. I mean, the stuff that you get there is usually water, like is the main ingredient and mainly what it is, and you have to use a lot more. I mean, it actually kind of sits on the hair and coats the hair, but with this, you know that it's actually getting into the hair shaft and it's actually doing something to correct the damage. And for me, this kind of product lasts a very long time. I think I went through a set on my own hair on an everyday washer, and I went through that in about 2 months. And that was huge for me. So the value is huge.
Awesome. And what would you say, Diane, is different than kind of a drugstore brand?
I don't know what just happened.
You're good.
Sorry. So basically what Beth just said, I mean, as far as the difference between the two is, our product, like most professional products, are extremely concentrated. So the biggest thing that we all have to teach any customers that are going to purchase this is how concentrated it is. So, you know, when you go to use it, first of all, opening the products, opening the bottles, the way Neora has packaged them is actually quite brilliant. I said because I'm used to getting certain products that they tape them shut, so during packaging they're not going to like leak out in the box. So Neora made these tops so nice that you really do have to push hard, but once you open it, then it opens and closes very easily. So you want to make sure you tell your customers that, because I initially had clients bringing it back to me saying, "I can't get this bottle open." So once I figured that out, I thought, well, that's good. But it's very, very concentrated. You have to remember to tell your clients, your customers and partners that you're washing your scalp. You really want to make sure you concentrate a very small amount, like nickel size maybe. Doesn't matter how much hair you have. Get that in your hand, get it into your head. Make sure you tip your head back into the water so it will emulsify. It's super concentrated. You do not need a lot. And if you use too much, if a person uses too much of this product, they won't like it, because it's going to make their hair feel like weighed down, and it will do the opposite if you use the right amount. So everybody has to kind of play with that a little bit. Same thing with the conditioner, extremely concentrated. And when using the mask, again, same thing. Maybe a nickel size. Make sure they use a comb or a pick in the shower and just comb every which way before they put it up on top of their head and put a plastic on and go do something for 20 minutes. or they have their
Okay.
hydrogels I need.
There you go. Awesome. Thank you. So, like we've been talking about, we're going to be sampling this product with a sampling system. So I'm going to go to you, Christy, next. And as well as just people who buy the set and are using it for the first time, I think a lot of their success and them liking the product is going to be based on setting up how to use it properly. So Christy, you did a great job kind of explaining some of the things to really keep in mind that are different and teaching people the right way to shampoo and teaching people kind of some tips on how to work it. So go ahead, and I'd love you to share those.
Yes. So when I use it myself, I make sure that my hair is very saturated with water, and then I use a very small amount, just like Diane said. And I actually kind of part my hair around and work it onto my scalp, massaging with your fingertips. Do not massage with your fingernails. That will break the hair off at the scalp. So use your fingertips and really work it through to the scalp and add some water to rinse. And I teach my clients that when I'm shampooing them. I'll, even though it's a relaxing time for them, I will work my way back, and massage that through their hair, through their scalp. And then when I hit it with water, then I work it and kind of pinch it down through the ends without saturating that too much. Let's see. Then you want to make sure you rinse it really well. You want to use cooler water. In my experience with it, I feel like the hotter water just makes it kind of slide and silky. So you think that you got it all out, but really separate that hair and get up in that scalp and rinse it with cool water. And you will notice a major difference to get that hair prepped and ready for all the other products to put on it, because that is rebalancing. And, I know my experience that my hair up here where I've been using that is completely different from my hair down here. Although this is healthy,
Right.
this is very different hair. So I know that it's rebalancing everything.
Awesome. Great. Kelly, how about you? What are some tips and tricks you would suggest about how to use some of these products to set the right expectation and experience?
Okay, so I liked what she said about the water temperature. We never want to use water that's too hot, and that is not good. Also, not a ton of product, because obviously we don't need it. And if you feel like it's not enough, you can always add a little more water and get a little more of a lather going, because that'll break it up a little bit once it's been sitting on your scalp. And I would recommend squeezing it through your hair instead of like doing this. I would, massage your head up here, and then I would kind of like squeeze it on the way down. Another thing I love, a tip with the serum is I use about 5 on me personally, and I've done this on people with very fine hair like myself. I'll use about 4 to 5 pumps of the serum, kind of massage it in my hands a little bit like this, and then I work it through like this. And I do that mainly, honestly, when my hair is already dry. And what I found is that it gives it a lot of volume right away, and it doesn't, even after I've done a blowout on myself, it doesn't crush it. It makes it better. And it makes it last longer, and it just keeps it for a longer amount of time. Everyone has to play with that different, in a different way, but that's what has been working for me. And I also have found that it works kind of like a dry shampoo, where if you feel like you need just a little lift in your hair and you need a little, you need to feel a little cleaner, I've used that, and it works the same way a dry shampoo would, without giving you all that gross buildup inside your hair, because that's a nightmare to get out too when you wash your hair. So those are a few tips for me as far as shampoo. It is very concentrated, and you don't need a ton. So don't like blob it in your hand thinking you need all this to make it work more. It's actually going to be worse, because you'll never get it out. So
Awesome. Thank you. And Autumn, close it out. How about for you?
Well, I have two tips actually. My first one is purple shampoo. So I know, and especially coming into summer, I think it's important to note that people with blonde hair always want their blonde to look vibrant and bright. And so a lot of people have asked me, well, do I still need to use purple shampoo? And the answer is no, you do not. I have not personally used purple shampoo, and that's all I used to use before. And my blonde is brighter than it was before because it's not loaded down with extra product. So it allows it to look shinier and healthier, and just kind of takes out that brassiness that happens over time with pre-lightened hair. Another tip that I have, and I think is super important to note for everybody, and it's important to know for you personally using it and to recommend to your customers. Like our skincare, Proluxe will detox the scalp. So our skincare detoxes your pores with use of the night cream, which would be like the treatment per se. And the Proluxe helps to detox your scalp and the hair follicles. So what it's going to do is kind of get down into your hair follicle and help clean out the junk that's in there. So as it's doing that, it's going to help to generate new healthy hair, which is a great thing because that's what a lot of people don't have with what they're using currently. And it is very normal to have an acclimation period while the scalp is rebalancing because your scalp is really trying to, like, you know, figure itself out. So an acclimation period is very normal, just like it is with our skin. And the real results of Proluxe will deliver over time. So with a few months of use, as the scalp detoxes and rebalances and the pH kind of stabilizes, the hair follicle will become strengthened and it will produce much shinier, healthier, just more vibrant, youthful looking hair again, which is what everybody wants to have no matter what your age. So I love that this is universal for men, for women, for people of all ages, all hair types, all ethnicities. And I love that it follows the principles of our skincare in the same way.
Awesome. Well, I think that is a great ending note. And thank you to each of you for sharing your expertise with us. Really, really loved what you guys had to share. Thank you guys for being a part of our launch here. So thank you. You guys can go ahead and rest and relax. Your job here is done. You guys did awesome. So virtual high fives to each of you.